Two dudes eating food. And tonight we did Chicago's finest. I got a Maxwell Street Polish this evening with the meal, which came with fries and a can of soda because their fountain machine was down. So they offered cans of soda, which first I've ever seen in a restaurant as that do, but it got me through my meal. I also have to have maybe a quarter of a bottle of Pepsi left over from my own house, so that kind of helped a little bit. I also got cheese sticks. Fries, of course, came with the meal, and a gyro, which I had them take off the tomato with and had their gyro sauce and had them add feta cheese. If I'm going to eat a gyro, it's got to have feta cheese.
I got the classic Chicago style dog, a pizza puff. The fries came with it. And I also got 3-piece chicken tenders, chicken strips.
Well, my experience was a little bit different than Joe's.
See how timid he is right now. You're a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous. My overall experience was good. I'm not going to go shouting to the halls of hallelujah. Tonight was more of my mid-range. It was good, but it was not great. The Maxwell Street Polish, Maxwell Street must have moved last I checked, because this was moderately smaller, less toppings, and they put ketchup instead of mustard on it. So I gotta say that I was disappointed. And maybe, like I said, maybe the people who own the place changed how you do things. Maybe where you buy sausage is different. But that wasn't the Maxwell Street Polish that I used to get. The fries were not bad. They had some of them had a little bit of firmness to them. Some of them were a little bit flippy floppy, but they aren't crinkle cut fries, so I'm not expecting the world. They were good, not great, but good. And that gyro sauce, I'm sorry, Chicago's finest, but that gyro sauce is weak. You really need to step up on the game there because it didn't have any bite. I want my gyro sauce to bite. On the actual gyro that I got, it didn't bite. The feta cheese was good. Not a lot of feta cheese. I would have liked more, but that gyro sauce, that was shame on you. The cheese sticks, I'm sure if we had eaten there, would have probably been the cheese stick game would have probably been close to Nancy's with a full shoulder stretch. But it's about a 15-minute to 20-minute drive from Chicago's finest to Joe's house here. And yeah, by that time the cheese had solidified a bit, so it only had a little bit of stretch, but it was good. And my can of Coke was a can of Coke.
First of all, I'll take the fall for this one because I do feel like this is somewhat my fault, because if we would have stayed and just ate the food after we had ordered it, it probably would have been a better experience. But because we didn't do that, this is the review I have to give. The classic dog I had. I don't know if that was the dog that was shown on the picture.
Yeah, the pictures can be a little bit misleading because the Chicago dog that I saw him order had one of those buns with the little black seeds all over it.
It had sesame seeds on it, and I also had tomatoes, which I don't like tomatoes, so I'm fine that wasn't on there. It had a big pickle on it.
Yeah.
The pickle was missing. All it was really a hot dog, a bun, mustard, relish, and onion. The thing is, the hot dog itself just kind of tasted like an Oscar Mayer beef frank. The dog itself, it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't a bad dog. Like, the drive over here didn't affect my overall experience on the hot dog. The food was still warm, I will say that.
Yep.
It smelled amazing.
Oh, those chicken tenders.
It smelled amazing coming over here. with the hot dog itself, I don't think my experience would have changed with the hot dog from the restaurant where I had it right that second when we ordered it.
Or
coming
here.
here. So
Yep.
my experience with the hot dog, I'm gonna give it a 5. It wasn't bad, but
It wasn't something to tell your wife about?
no, I could have made that hot dog in my kitchen. The French fries to me were too soggy, and again, that could have been because of the fact that the drive and the condensation got to
Into the bag.
got into the bag.
Basically, the fries are trapped inside the bag, and the condensation would then soften the fries.
Yeah, so that could possibly be what happened. Yep. I took a fry and I showed him.
Literally made it into a comma.
And it didn't break.
And it didn't break. It was just literally a comma. Just
yeah.
It was a floppy fry.
And it bounced back. And like all my fries were like that. The fries get a 0. They not only were they soggy, but they also really weren't seasoned. They were just plain potatoes. The mozzarella sticks, I will say this, they were more seasoned than the mozzarella sticks at Nancy's. Yep. And they were more seasoned than the mozzarella sticks that we had from
Arby's.
Did we get the mozzarella sticks from Arby's?
Where else did we get the
No.
mozzarella
More than Supreme Buffet.
I've seen a loafer that's more seasoned than any of the food there in the Supreme Buffet. But
and I'll say this too, they were still crispy.
yes.
So your mozzarella sticks, I will give them a solid 7-piece.
Wow.
They were good. Like, again,
The cheese game, naturally, from the distance, the 20 minutes, the cheese game.
If we would have just eaten those in the restaurant.
Oh, dude, they would have been like Nancy's.
You would have gotten a 9.
Yeah.
So that, like I said, I blame that one on
the distance.
Then the next thing was the chicken tenders. Mine weren't that crisp.
No, but those.
The crispiness had worn off.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it was time. It was just distance.
They were probably crispy.
But they're good. I love them. He gave me one, and I dipped it in that Euro sauce, and that wasn't too bad. Everything else was just that sauce was like just sour cream. That's literally what it tasted like. Was just a little bit of a dill of sour cream. I was so disappointed. But when I dipped that chicken tender in it, that was pretty tasty.
I would give those a 6.
That's good.
I give them a 6.
If you get a restaurant, you're gonna see our face.
But the good news is that you're only gonna have to deal with him.
Yep.
I will probably not say much.
No, he'll just be the guy sitting there like, thank you for my food, and then he'll run off that way, and I'll be like, hey, how's it going? My name's Travis. I'm from Two Dudes Eating Food. I'm gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna talk to you for a minute.
And he's gonna tell you right off the bat that we're doing a food review.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna let you know.
I will put my head down and embarrassment because I don't want people to get snobby with us. But anyways,
I don't think people would get snobby with us.
Yeah, you're critiquing their food.
We're critiquing their food.
Yeah, exactly. Most of the time, the cooks in the back do not like criticism for their food.
Well, I mean,
no.
They don't like the negative criticism.
They don't.
We really haven't really trashed.
Exactly, and because we do our reviews here. But what was the first things you said to me about the show? You said, oh, if I didn't like the food, I'll just send it on back.
Yeah.
I keep that up here.
Trust me, if we go to eat at a restaurant, if you have a restaurant, and Joe and I go there, and we eat, and you send us out some trash on a plate, I'm going to send it right back at you with a tailspin. And I'm going to let you know, look, this food was awful. And I'm going to let everyone know that this food is awful. So you have one chance to fix it. And if you send me out more trash, I'm not even paying that bill. I'm walking out the door. Bet.
So now you see why I get embarrassed. Overall, I think he was terrified.
I honestly, because the way he was looking at me after he took a bite of those fries, I honestly thought he was just going to trash this whole review. Like, those guys were terrible. This food was terrible. I have never laid my hands on something so awful. And here you are giving them, 5s and 7s. Take it for what it is. You did an okay job. You didn't do it where we needed to trash everything that we ate, like Arby's. And the worst person I know, I would rather give them a turd than your mac and cheese. Arby's. should be ashamed of yourself.
Just be a t-shirt.
So this has been Two Dudes Eating Food. Y'all have a good night. I'm Grizz.
I'm Joe, and we will see you next Monday.
Grizz saying peace.
If he gets up.